presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions. As I've been all year long with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. With CD, this has been brewing for a few years now, but the Bills are finally over the hump and back in the Super Bowl.
And as everyone in the Bills Mafia would tell you in a heartbeat, looking to win it for the first time ever. Remember, they went to 4 straight in the 90s, couldn't get the job done, but as you have said, they've been on the climb the last few seasons, and here they are, ready to close the deal.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Throwing to start here is Tua. Short throw caught by Dosich. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Tua's throw taken in by Collins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So the completion good for just 3, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Tua. This one completes Alec Pierce. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. They run. First carry for Damian Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, Tua. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play.
Under pressure, they got him again. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Play action. It's Fields. Keeps himself upright, eluding the pressure right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Justin Fields. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Aviators are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Aiden Hutchinson, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Here's Williams to return. There he goes, right side. And touchdown. Well, he covered a lot of ground, 82 yards on the punt return. And the Aviators continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On first down, Tagovailoa into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and down he goes. Quentin Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. It was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. Shoves him away. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're
This is caught. Touchdown. Quez Watkins as the first half is winding down. And the Aviators are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for the touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 76 yards. And the Aviators are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point try now from Dicker. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And all the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Quinnen Williams bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing.
Touchdown! Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Aviators are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes this 35-0 now. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa in trouble, and he's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
Fields. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
Third quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown. Albert O. 46 yards. And the Aviators get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills getting set to go. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. Don't quit competing.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Aiden Hutchinson make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And that's a Super Bowl record, his 4th sack of the game. I think we got to start thinking seriously about making him the Super Bowl MVP as well.
I think you're right. With him leading in the driver's seat, he certainly has a shot. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's going to go down again. Marquise Bell, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
That's taken in by Okonkwo. 16 yards, a first down. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ken Walker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Aviators continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Extra point try now from Dicker. Over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bills ready to take over. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Okonkwo from 8 yards out. And the Aviators are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bills going to take over again on offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there. 45 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now that's a gain of 6 on the first down run. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first carry for their fullback. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Here we go, son. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, they're going to go with the option.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd
second safety in this ball game.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Pushes past him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they?
It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tua sets up to pass it.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Let's take it at around the 40. Pushing his way through. There he goes, left side. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National